Pat Robertson came up with the most awesome conspiracy theory I've ever heard about what's happening over at Fox News. I'm going to play you the clip here, but pay close attention to every detail because it's important. So let's watch.
You know, I want to say something I've been reading about in the press, and I don't have a lot of first-hand information, so I may be, off the wall on it. But think of this. If you wanted to destroy the Fox News, if you really wanted to destroy them, what would you do? Well, you would send some salacious material, ostensibly from one of their popular co-hosts or hosts, and you'd send it out and then get it publicized. And then you'd have some woman complain that she had gotten this salacious material from this particular co-host. And then you'd come to Fox, and Fox is so averse to any kind of legal action that they would immediately take the person off the air. So before long, you would have decimated the primetime lineup of all the Fox hosts. Easy to do? Absolutely. Is it being done? Probably. And the latest attack is against a guy named Eric Bolling, who I think is a straight hour. He was on this program. He's a dedicated Catholic, goes to Mass every day. Very nice man. They've pulled him off the air because somebody sent some pictures ostensibly over his name. But what they've done is take away one of the most popular hosts in their lineup. And then they got rid of O'Reilly, who was the top getter of audience, the most popular host they had. Got rid of him. And, of course, they got rid of Roger Ailes, who was the architect of putting it all together. So easy to do now. I mean, anybody can make charges. But, ladies and gentlemen, if this is going on, and it could easily do it, I mean, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it is so easy to see what's being done. I think it's a terrible shame, and Fox had better cinch up they talk about gird up the loins. I mean, they better gird up their loins and realize that people are going after them and know that this is a game that people are playing. Anybody could send a salacious piece of literature and say it came from any particular, it came from Sean Hannity, or it came from this one, or it came from the other one, and totally bogus. And yet if the Fox lawyers believe it and they pull the guy off the air, they have ruined their primetime lineup.
I don't know if you caught it there at the end, but he said... anybody can do it. Anybody can send somebody a salacious piece of literature and claim it's from another person. You know what that means, right? Pat Robertson thinks that Eric Bolling is being framed by somebody who's mailing dick pics. Oh no. Oh, this is the best clip I've ever covered in secular talk history. He doesn't know it's text messages. Because, what are you going to do? Somebody's going to take your phone, message somebody else's dick, and then the person's going to think it's your dick. No. He said anybody can send somebody salacious literature. Literature? So he thinks that he's mailing dick pics. That's awesome. That's awesome. Could you imagine? He was mailing dick pics. He's taking fucking Polaroids and putting it in the mail, right? And putting the stamp on. Here, sweetie. Oh, Pat, it's time to call it a day, man. It's time to call it a day. You've been on TV since 1926. It's over, dude. It's over. First of all, every show now, his posture gets worse. It went from, like, here to here to here, and now he's like, I'm Pat Robertson. Welcome to the 700 Club. 700 Club. 700 represents how many millimeters under my neck my head is. Oh, man, he must be on that bomb-ass Percocet. Pat, give me some of what you got, man. Jesus. And I like how at the beginning he went from, I don't have first-hand information about this, to, did this happen? Probably. You just said you don't have any information on it, but it happened? Oh, yeah, totally. The old mailing dick pics in somebody else's name trick. God, it gets people all the time. And there were like 43 dudes at Fox News who this happened to. Yeah, so in his mind, yeah, it's more likely it's a giant conspiracy. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but here, let me give you this giant conspiracy that I think is happening. Anything. The personal responsibility people will make up anything to avoid taking personal responsibility. Can't be that there are just some creepy fucking perverts working at Fox News. Has to be that obviously some liberals are mailing dick pics? Pretending it's Eric Bolling. That's it. That's it. You figure it out, Pat. You got it, buddy. What is more reasonable? His theory here about somebody mailing Eric Bolling dick pics? Or his belief in a zombie Jew who walks on water and is three people at the same time and is God? Which one's more reasonable?